Hello, Buran family. Hello, Buran community. It's yet again another session with Queen Debbie here. As you all know, that Queen Debbie always bring you gems on the house. Today we have a beautiful gem in the house. Our beautiful Queen Sakina. Queen Sakina will just allow you to just greet our viewers.
Hello, all. It's a pleasure to be here.
Thank you, my queen. Beautiful queens and kings in the house today. We are honored to have our beautiful queen in the house. She's not just a queen, she has been here for such a long time. So, our beautiful guest her name is Sakina, born and raised in New York City. Currently working as an design nurse and also helping family running a construction company, a mother of two. And today we are honored to have this beautiful queen. She has been here for the past 3 years, not just the past 3 years. She has also been here with our dev from the past project that our dev has been. So today we have somebody who really understands what is cryptocurrency, how she has also worked with our own dev for such a period of time. So Queen, tell us about yourself. Who is Sakina?
Oh, wow. Sakina is, like you said, a very proud mother of two. That comes first and foremost. I'm a nurse for 27 years, and I help my family run a construction company during the day. So I'm very involved on multiple levels, just helping people, helping family, and helping our community and helping our community understand and grow over time. Cryptocurrency has really been I would say a bright point in my life. So I just like to spread the word and show others how it can be of benefit to them and their families.
Wow, that's beautiful introduction of yourself, my queen. And you're not just an investor. From what I'm hearing, you are just an embodiment of somebody who is willing to help others, somebody who is willing to help women in your community to become better. And through your experience with crypto, you see, so I realize you're not just as somebody in that community, you are helping a lot of people to get in. I also realize you're the one who also facilitates for Ethereum on that side. So, my queen, today we have you as we are going to be discussing our topic that we're going to be discussing the importance of being patient and paused during this time. So I'll give it to you, my queen, as we take over on this topic. Please go ahead.
That term, being patient and being poised, I first heard it used together when I was actually in high school. My coach, I played basketball, and I wasn't the strongest player. I wasn't the best shooter. I wasn't the fastest. But he said that you're always so poised. You always have patience. So because I was able to work well under pressure, that I was able to help the team. And as I became a mother, you have to also be patient and be poised, and because motherhood is a new experience and you're trying to rear children and teach them the right things, and you have to be patient in how you guide them, and you have to be poised because sometimes you want to really get at them, but you're understanding that they're growing and developing. And I've just carried that over into cryptocurrency. It's very important to be disciplined and understand that the cryptocurrency market can be very volatile. And it's not a space where you can afford to be emotional. A lot of times, the cryptocurrency market is controlled by things that are out of our hands. You have governments, you have big institutions that manipulate, how the market performs. They manipulate it for various reasons. They want to scare people out of their positions so that they can come in and buy it for super cheap. They've sold off and made like a flash crash, and you're panicking like, oh my goodness, am I going to lose everything? Let me hurry up and sell. And you sell at a loss, and they come right behind you and buy it up on the cheap. And it's just understanding that if you're in a good project, if you're in a good community, that it's not to say it's not going to be volatile, but it's not going to be impacted as much, because you have members within our community that are educated. And I really think that we're fortunate that we have, a good baseline of knowledge. We have a good leader in Steve. He really breaks down things week after week after week. And it's almost like when you're teaching children multiplication, that repetitive nature, 3 times 3, 3 times 4, until you don't even think about it. 3 times 3 is 9. It's not even, and we get that from this community. We slowly build. We reiterate what's important. We reiterate the basics of finance, understanding how the DeFi market works. Understanding that legislation is coming into effect and how that's going to impact on us. So it's important that, especially now, the markets are just so all over the place. Here in the US, I can't begin to tell you how inflation, and it's not something that we've had to deal with. We've kind of been insulated. But now you really see the impact of the value of a dollar declining in real time here. And it's like, well, how do I protect my family from that? Because, things are going up 10, 15, 20%. Everybody's salary is staying flat. We're dealing with a lot of job losses due to AI and just cutbacks. And it's like, how do I protect what I have? And how do I grow for the future? And cryptocurrency is probably one of the few asset classes left that you can readily afford. Just over time, if you look at real estate, or if you look at stocks over a 5-year period, okay, there's growth there. Real estate, there's growth there. But how much growth? And right now, what I see is average people being priced out of being able to afford a house. Like I'm lucky enough, I'm old enough that I put in before the craziness started. But then you're looking at your children, and it's like, I don't see how they can afford these things. How would my daughter ever be able to make enough to put a deposit down? It's unattainable for, this generation, future generations. It's just, so how do we protect ourselves against that? And cryptocurrency is one of the best things. But not only cryptocurrency, you have to align yourself with assets that are safe. And that's why I'm so happy to be a part of, the Bullrun ecosystem. It's a very safe asset, and it's based on solid fundamentals. And it's just good to be a part of something from the ground up. And this is the point in time where I feel that we're in early. This is early. Even though we've been, here for a few years, it's super early. And I just feel like this is a really great opportunity to be able to grow wealth,
Wow. Yeah. I love the way you pose a question like, when you look at your children, you ask yourself, how are they going to do it? You know, truly speaking, the only industry that is left right now, my queen, is the only cryptocurrency.
Yes.
This industry is very, very young, and if we check and look from our previous session with our dev Steve, he always say only 7% of the world understands or knows about cryptocurrency. This is to show how early we are in this industry.
Yes.
And
Yes.
as you said, it's the only industry that is left where ordinary people can turn their little money to a lot of money.
Yes.
Because now you cannot tell your child to go and invest in real estate. They need a lot of money for them to do that. They need a lot of thousands of dollars, or
Mhm.
not even just thousand, millions of dollars for them to
Yeah.
start to make money. So
Yes.
imagine if you're telling them today, okay, can you go and invest in Bullrun today? You're going to get maybe with the $100, maybe they have $100, they're still going to school. Take your
Right.
$100, be investing each and every week or every 2 weeks. You will
Right.
be getting a lot, because already right now $100 is going to give you more than, because it's dollar something, more than 50. you know
Yes. Yes. Absolutely.
and
Absolutely.
imagine in the future to come, whereby they are done with their schools and everything, and you just tell them to watch on their wallet. They'll be shocked with the money that they are going to accumulate. Not just that, our BRL token has a staking platform.
Right.
Imagine, but for the past years that they will be accumulating, they're also accumulating USDC rewards. And
Yes.
they'll realize that by that time they're also having more, because why? They'll be doing buyback, because they're still under your care, right? They're
Yes.
not paying rent, they're not
Right.
doing anything. Yeah, they're not paying rent, they're not buying groceries. So at the end of the day, what's happening? We are teaching them to invest in the future. We are teaching them to prepare for their future. And this thing we have never been taught from our previous parents. They've
Right.
never told us to invest in the future. They told us to go to school, find a job, and
Yes.
have good grades. Yeah, go to school, have good grades, get a good job. They never
Right.
told us how to invest. How can we invest into our future? How can we invest for our children's children? You can, okay, fine. If
Absolutely.
you're okay on your own side, if you're still okay, why can't you just invest for your children's children? All right, we
Yes.
have never taught this. So
Absolutely.
now we are coming into a place where we have devs like King Steve, Mother Awino. They teach us how it's done. And once we are taught, what do we need to do? We need to pass on the same teaching that you are getting from them, and to our what? To our children. And
Yes.
then what happens? We are preparing their children's future also, and we are
Absolutely.
creating that mentality in our children, that it's not about, oh, go and get good grades, go to school, go get a good job. No, 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 it's now about investment. Think about the future. How are you going to find money to build that beautiful house, that mansion that you need? It's not about going from 6 to 7 o'clock. That alone will take you years for you to be able to build that beautiful mansion that is in your mind. What do you need to
Yes.
do? You need to have the mindset to create what you need in your mind. How can we create it? I have it in my mind, but how can I create it? Find
Yes.
a place where you can make money. While least you are sleeping, while least you are not there, while least you are, it's not requiring you to be there. So this is what you're saying, Queen. Like, we are early in this industry. The way we are so early in this industry, it's amazing, because truly speaking, the early bird catches the fattest worm. They say
Yes.
that. So as early as we are the one who are going to make money. All those people that are talking today about billionaires, or in Bitcoin, Solana, XRP, whatever. It's not yesterday. They did not make
Right.
money yesterday. They did not make money last bull run. They made money 2009, 2010, 2011. They bought when
Yes.
everyone was not talking about it. So same
Yes.
applies. Now people, they're not talking about BRL, Killer Well, Survivor. They don't know them. But that's when millionaires are being made. That's when millionaires are being created.
Yes.
So, my queen, you raised a very beautiful
Mhm.
point on when you said we are too early in this industry.
Oh,
we are actually too early, because you know what, one thing I have realized about you is I heard you have been here for so long,
yes,
in this
yes,
industry. In the last Bullrun, you're also here. So coming
yes.
from you, and it makes something it makes sense actually, because it's coming from somebody who passed through Bullrun, who understand what is Bullrun, right?
Yes,
Somebody who
yes,
hold on that particular Bullrun and get what they wanted. You
yes.
understand better than us, because as we are coming for the first time, we just, these are stories, we don't understand how it is, but now
Right.
coming from a person who understand how it has been last 2021, and telling us to have patience, to be patient. Oh, my queen, it's something that is really, really amazing to hear from you. So yeah, you can
It's
take it over,
so
my queen.
so important to just to be. You have to be ready. And I came in the last bull run. It was I caught the tail. Like I entered into Shiba Inu, probably like June, July, end of June, early July, 2021. And I was just entering the space. I was brand new. And it was Steve that caught my attention with his videos. And I was just like, oh, okay. I heard about Bitcoin, Ethereum, at that time, Cardano. Um, but SHIB was something that seemed new. And he was very focused on educating people about it, building a community. And I was like, this is something that I got excited about. I wanted to, join. I said, this is, I could see growth. And I said, let me just start with, not a lot, a couple $100. Let's see where it goes. And, I did very well. Went on to do well, following that same exact formula. When he went to Satama, I followed his videos on that. And I got in very early, with Satama. And, you know, being early, reading the markets, it's something, like I said, it kind of sweeps you in. It's like a big wave that you don't really see it coming, but when it comes, you're fortunate enough to be able to ride the wave. And had I not invested, if I had sat on the sideline and just looked, I'd have been one of those people like, man, if I had just put $100 in, I'd be okay right now. I'd, have enough for, a deposit on a home, or, my kids' tuition, so it's that same feeling now. It's like, okay, I can educate myself. And this time around, it's a little bit different. Everybody was counting on things to be that same 4-year cycle. And what changed this time was the institutional money that came in. And I think, you know, it's where institutions now see that things are going to be changing rapidly. And I went last year, February, with my son. His school went to a conference in Rome. It was the United Nations, Food and Agricultural Association. And they gave a speech, and wasn't expecting to hear this, but in that speech, they spoke about how the dynamics of the world is changing, how the West and Western civilization is on the decline at a rapid pace, and how Africa, India, China, those are going to be the new leaders. And in this transition, there's going to be a lot of turmoil. There's going to be a lot of struggle for resources at the top, not at the bottom, at the top. So, in hearing that and seeing how our government here in the US has been really cutting back on, government assistance to its citizens, and really allowing the top to consolidate a lot of money, a lot of power really quickly. It's just like, oh, okay, this is different, because now everybody is jockeying for position. And it's important that we see what's coming. In the United States, we have something that they're, looking at voting on soon, called the Clarity Act. And it's going to be the tokenization of real world assets. So we're looking in real time at things being written, rules being written. The system is changing. And how is it changing? It's moving into decentralized, it's moving into cryptocurrency. And knowing that, I see the potential for where our community can really grow. You're going to have a lot of people pouring money into this new asset class. It's going to go into Bitcoin and Ethereum first. And then as time moves on and people now want to make a little money, it's going to go into what's considered altcoins. I think we're good because we have a platform where we have staking. We have a lot of the things in place to really grow and to be able to use our platform to start our own, lending platform or, staking and being able to do other things. And it starts with BRL, Survivor, Killer Whale. And we can do so much with this platform. It's really something that our community can utilize, and we're in on the ground level. It's, I think, how many we have, approximately 1,200 BRL holders. That's really low. What happens when this money floods in and they're looking for a safe place to park their assets? It's coming. It's maybe not as quick, but once it starts, you don't want to be, oh my God, I got to hurry up and try to scrape up some money. No, all along, if you can do $25 a week or every time you get paid, that amount adds up. That amount's going to build quickly. And I think that, this is just a really good position that we're in right now.
Wow. You touched a powerful topic about staking. When it comes to staking platform, I'm so passionate about it because, truly speaking, why Queen Sakina, everyone is waking up in the morning, 6 o'clock, going to 7 o'clock, coming back home, maybe taking 2 jobs at a day, one day, after maybe they will do morning shift, then night again, they are also doing another job. You know why? It's lack of finances, lack of money. So now in here at Bullrun ecosystem, we have a system, we have an ecosystem that was built with such mechanism that we can have a staking platform whereby we are going to be incentivized for the money that we are putting effort into, just keep it in our wallets. Imagine that today we just say, okay, the whole of America, everyone who is working right now, the money that is in your bank, we are going to incentivize you. I think everybody would like that, right?
Absolutely.
Would like that. So imagine, I understand, I understand where we are right now. We are still very early. We only 7% understand the crypto market. But what if we say the same thing to crypto market, that everyone who is holding their cryptocurrency, when you just buy your BRO token, we are going to have your BRO token in your wallet. We're not going to control it. You are the one who's going to be responsible for your wallet. But we are going to be incentivizing you for just holding. You said even if you start from $20 or $25, it's going to accumulate. It's going to go more and more and more. It's not going to be $20 today and next week $20 again. No. Remember, as the value goes up, it's also the USDC rewards are going to accumulate. Are going to go up also, because we are accumulating as the value come in, as the liquidity comes in, as the liquidity rush comes in. We are also accumulating more USDC. We are also having such an amazing money coming to also our liquidity, our USDC pool. So imagine everyone understanding the staking platform, the way it was created with our king, the way it was created. The way it was created is one thing that everybody out there is looking for.
Yes.
Now imagine it's coming.
I said it's a really beautiful platform. And it's amazing because you have some staking platforms where they charge so much fees, or there's a period. Oh no, you can't, when you lock it, you can't touch it for 6 months. You can't touch it for a year. And it's like, no, you have the freedom to, it makes me more comfortable with just putting it there and leaving it there, because there aren't all these rules written around it. And it's just amazing. And my goal is to get to a point where what I have invested, it just sits there and I can just use my distributions. Oh, if I have an
Mhm.
unexpected
Mhm.
expense, the distributions to pay, and leave it there to grow. And I think that that's new to us, as a community, just understanding that you have whole groups of people that just live off of their investments, the interest off of the investment,
Exactly.
not the actual investment. They never touch the investment. It just sits there and it's an asset class. And that's something that's new to a lot of us. We're all used to getting a check and being check to check to check. And it doesn't have to be that way. It can be you have an investment and you're able to pay for things off of the distributions from that investment. And that's awesome.
Yeah, yeah, you're right, my queen, because truly speaking, it's new to everyone. The only platform that I ever heard about staking platform, there's one platform that I did with staking, and one of that platform, my auntie did it. So what happened is we were told to lock the money for 6 months. When you lock the money for 6 months, the moment you're going to unlock, right, they give you their native token. And
Right.
now they give you their native token. When you go and sell the native token, the
Mhm.
value is already very
Yes.
low. You're not going to get even the same amount that you logged in the first time you logged
Right.
in.
Right.
And
Right.
imagine how painful it is. The
Oh,
money that
yes.
you're getting is not even enough of the money you logged in after 6 months. So I'm telling you, this is new to us, and
Right.
I wish people understand. When it comes to Bullrun, I wish people
Mhm.
understand this ecosystem, because truly speaking, in the future, it's going to be what you said. Like, I wish to have just live on my USDCB distribution. And that's also my wish, because by that time, my queen, you know what's gonna happen? You can pay your children's tuition with just USDC, whereby
Right.
you're not going to touch your investment. And now what is going to happen? You can leave that investment as your inheritance to your children, as a
Yeah.
legacy to your children. And yet they also benefited it when they're still going to school.
Right.
Imagine how we can come to such a point whereby people are just living on their USDC rewards, on their rewards, and on their incentives. And what
Right.
will happen to the coin? We're not talking about what will happen to the coin. Remember, it's being
Yes.
deflationary. Remember, everyone is not selling. Me, I want to also earn my USDC rewards. You also want to earn your USDC rewards. What is happening? We are causing demand on the token. So
Right.
now it comes demand and supply. What happens? Demand and supply, the coin will go up. Just one coin might even go to 2,000, 3,000, 5,000. One coin. And Queen Sakina is holding, maybe, let's say, maybe you are holding 1 million or just 1,000 or whatever. That's something that you need to understand, how early we are in this platform. We are early. Some people are holding 10,000, some people are holding 500.
Yes.
All these people, they are going to be next billionaires, because truly speaking, me too, I will not sell my BRL, because I also want to earn from what? From USDC rewards. So
Yeah.
this comes to the same topic that you were talking about. We need to have patience. And
Yes.
patience is the attitude that
Right.
we perform during the moment of waiting, is the attitude that we portray. you know
Yes.
when
Yes.
you're waiting, yeah, right? You
Yeah.
need to have the right attitude, and that attitude is the key to the word patient. you know
Yes.
so
Yes.
yeah. So yeah, you can take it off, my queen.
I was going to say that I wrote down here, patience does not mean doing nothing. It means you're avoiding emotional decisions.
Mhm, mhm, mhm.
And sometimes you can, in haste, be very emotional, or not really think things through, and you're cutting yourself short. It really is important, um to have your investment and to leave it. You look at it, you make sure it's there, and you see the ebbs and flows. But to understand that when the bull run actually takes off, and we're pretty close, with the way that they've now turned the corner on kind of releasing more money, and quantitative easing and lowering interest rates here, that money is going to start to flow in. And it's important. You see the wave coming. It's important. Okay, we're going to get ready and position ourselves, and just stay patient. And I think that this is something that's really going to pay off for us in the future, in the very near future. It's really gonna show itself. And I'm really happy to be this early with you guys.
Yeah, you're right, my queen, because right now people, they don't understand. They might not even understand because we are in a waiting room, and this waiting room, it takes time from the for you to go to for the next person to go. You know how it is when you're, let's say, at a doctor's appointment,
Yes,
whereby
that
they tell you, can you just go and wait for the doctor, now is attending somebody else, and that person takes longer than you ever thought.
yes.
Like,
It's like, what's going
this
on?
person is
I'm
taking.
nervous, and yes, yes,
So
yes.
that's the patience we need. We need to be patient because
Perfect,
you need to
perfect
see the
analogy.
doctor.
Yes, perfect analogy. You
Yeah,
know,
exactly,
it's,
exactly.
it's a really good, it's not only, they call it a hedge against inflation, but it's also, you know we're entering into so much uncertainty. My son, I asked him, what does he want to do when he gets older, and he's like, I don't know what I could do. I don't know how AI is going to be. They're using AI in school now. So it's like, how do you protect your kids? You don't even know what the future holds as far as employment. How many people are even going to
Mm,
actually be able to work? And like,
mm,
they're kicking around ideas here like universal basic income, and just giving people a check, and we know everybody won't have a job. And it's like, how do you protect your kids? How do you protect your grandkids? Like, what are they going to do to maintain the lifestyle? And it's like, okay, I'm gonna invest. I'm gonna invest. This is the best thing that I can do to protect my kids in the future. It's
mm.
it's almost so simple. And you know sometimes the simplest thing is the best thing. So I'm really
Yeah, you
I'm
can
really
say that again.
yes.
Yeah, you can say that. We say that again because, truly speaking, the future is so full of uncertainties. We don't know what's coming because, truly speaking, already, as you are saying, already your child is learning with the AI things and
Yes,
all that. And imagine what the future holds. What the future holds, because some of the things that we are thinking they are going to do, they are not going to be doing it, because already now, if there is AI right now, you can write an essay using an AI.
yes.
Tell me, are we going to need teachers in the future?
No, no. It's really having an impact. Even like my accountant, I went to my accountant, and he says, I'm going to be closing my office. And he employed 3 staff. And he says, I don't need the staff. With AI, I can actually do this from home and be more efficient and not have the overhead. So it's like, wow, well, what is accounting going to look like? So it's
Yeah,
everything
yeah,
is going to change very quickly. And we have to protect ourselves from that. And this is
exactly.
easy way, very easy way. And it doesn't require a lot. If
Hmm.
the money that you spend on a nice outfit, or or we're gonna go out on a town for the night, just take that money and invest it. It's not a whole lot of money that's required, but if you can do a little bit consistently, it's gonna be of great benefit in the near future. It really is. Yes.
Yeah, you're right, my queen. Truly speaking, the time that we have uncertainties that are coming. These times are not the times that you tell your child to go to school. find a beautiful job, because we are not certain about what job are going to be left actually with this AI. People, like you said, you say your accountant told you I no longer need them, which means they lost jobs, 3 people at the same time.
Yes. Yes.
Which means what
Yes.
will gonna happen in the future? They will tell you I can do it on my own using AI. Now we don't need secretaries. We don't need we don't need
Right.
people who will be
Right.
helping us.
Yeah.
Imagine, and very soon it's going to come maybe to the industry, for health industry, because at the end of the day they will tell you, okay, we now have
Yeah.
AI. They can imagine a doctor will tell you that those who can assist me, I have AI. You know,
Right. Right.
at the end of the day, what
And
is
it's
going to
coming
happen?
so, it's happening so fast. It really is,
Mm-hmm,
It's
mm-hmm,
this is one way where we can say, okay, I got something. I'm prepared. I'm ready for what the future holds. And it's this is a good community. Like I said, everything is an open book with our ecosystem, and it's just so easy to educate people. Our community,
mm-hmm.
we help each other. I try to help as many people as I can, to navigate, how to do certain things, and, to understand. And it's me helping grow. It's like a little flower, and you're trying to get it to get strong and get sturdy. We all help, to kind of pull this together, and it's really a blessing. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you so much, my queen, for that. I've seen how you're doing it with the community, how you help them, and how you take your time, to just share with them and also help them to get Ethereum. That's really good. And I just wanted to emphasize on the point that you talked about our queens or our kings who are watching right now, like how you said we can take a little money and invest for our children. We are in a festive season where we spend a lot of money on these children, buying this and buying that. Why can't you just do it? Just open a wallet for them, put some money for them, buy them a killer whale or survivor,
Yeah.
even the Bullrun, even if you get them 10 or even 5, this will make a
Yes.
difference in the future. This will make a
Absolutely.
difference in the future. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So I really like that idea, because truly speaking, the future of our children is not certain.
No.
It's not certain. So what do we do when it's not certain? We need to prepare ourselves for that. We need
Yes.
us as their mothers, us as their father. We need to prepare that for them, because it's
Right.
totally different from ours. Ours, we're told to go to
Yes.
school,
Yes.
graduate, go to work, and that was working. But now, if you tell me to go to school, graduate, and if I want to be a lawyer, they'll tell you there's now an online lawyer. You know,
Right.
how am I going
It's like, what
to
am I
be a
gonna do?
lawyer? So at the end
Yes.
of the day, so you see, at the end of the day, we need to be very, very careful. We need to be vigilant. We need to also adapt. I
Yes.
wanted to say adaptation. What is happening now? We need to adapt. We are in the
Yeah.
era. King Steve told us something. He said we are in the era that when internet was introduced, where phones were introduced, not everyone
Yes.
wanted the internet, but
Yes.
not everyone
It,
wanted also a phone. But what's happening right now? I'm talking to you through your phone, through internet, right? Same
yes.
applies that is going to happen into this money industry. Same
Absolutely.
applies. Everyone is going
Yes.
to use digital money. So what is needed is to adapt. Let's adapt. Let's choose our horses wisely. Let's choose the ecosystem that works for you. That
Right.
where you are safe, where you can be patient and be safe, and your
Yes.
heart will be at peace.
Yes. Yes. This is this
So
is
my
this is
yes.
amazing, amazing ecosystem. And just the fact that our distributions are paid in USDC. You have a lot
Mhm.
of tokens, like you said, they paid their distributions in some other token that didn't hold any value. So these distributions are being paid in USDC, and you know what that is. Before it's no conversion rate, or you're going to hope that it's going to be this down the line. It's consistent. and that is very important during these times. You know, it's good that our platform is based on that, and that we, you know, run on Ethereum, which is going to be probably the mode that a lot of these banks are going to be looking to transact on. So we're in a really good position right now for when this takes off. We're going to be sitting pretty.
You can say that, sitting pretty indeed, my queen. So this, because truly speaking, you know, the good part is, you know, we have a system that has been built to to give us. You know, there's one thing I want to say. This system has been built in such a way that when all this liquidity is coming, queen, whatever that is going to be coming rushing into this Ethereum, do you know that is coming to us because we have a way of retaining liquidity? Imagine
Right.
retaining liquidity into the platform. It's one of the beautiful mechanism that has been put in place for three of our tokens.
Yes.
And with our Bullrun using USDC reward, USDC as a paid to USDC, it's
Right.
going to be very stable. I'm
Yes.
telling you, we are going to sit pretty, as you said. You're going to sit pretty. We're going to sit pretty and just watch our money coming in, changing hairstyles. You know how it
Yes.
is. So yeah. So Queen, my Queen, I know you are just an inspiration to women, if I may say. You are
Oh, thank you.
inspiration to women,
You
and most of the women that are here, they are hearing you for the first time. Some of them they know
too.
you, some of them they are new. What message would you like to just tell them, uh, for them to take control of their future finance journey?
Um, I would just say, you know, I think the biggest risk to those that have not started yet investing or thinking about, the biggest risk is not doing anything. That's the biggest risk. Um, you know, if you weigh what a small investment can do and how you could position yourself, that to me is the biggest, you know, risk. And um, goes back to being patient, being poised, and just understanding. You know, it's almost like instinctively, like as women, as nurturers, you kind of know what you need to do to get your family, get your house in order, and you kind of know when you see an opportunity to make it right, to steer the ship in a better direction. And this ecosystem, this community, for me, it's instinctively probably one of the easiest ways that I can change my family's future. And I'm going to take full advantage of that. I'm going to help as many people along the way as I can, um, because I like to see those around me thrive. That really is what brings me joy and happiness. I want us to be okay.
Wow, that's really amazing, Queen. Because truly speaking, as women, you know, we are actually the heart of the house. When it comes to family, we are the heart of the family. You know, everything comes from us, comes to us before they go to the father. You know,
Yes,
even the
yes.
children, they'll come to you direct, like,
Mom,
I need school
mom.
fees. I need school fees. But you know, at the end of the day, what happens? It will take me to go to the father, like, oh, your child need
Yes.
it. So at the end of the day, we can also be of help to our husbands. So I really encourage, and I also want to tell the queens that are here to take advantage of this era, to take advantage of this crypto season that we are, this Buran ecosystem that we have. Take advantage, position yourself, have
Excuse my
yourself
cat.
ready. Oh, he's also here hearing the Buran.
Yes, yes, he wants to be a part.
Want to be a millionaire. That one.
He has all this positive energy. He wants to be a part of it.
I know, I know. Yeah. So yeah, Queen. So I just want to, while you are still there on Queens, there are still women who are here who are still very hesitant
Yeah.
to get into crypto. What would you tell them? How they can overcome their fears and ensure how they can start their journey with a first step or their journey with crypto, you know? Because you're not here just 3 years ago. We heard you have been, let's say maybe you are now going to 7 years in cryptocurrency as a queen. So tell us how we can overcome the fear that we have as queens, or maybe as also kings, those who are here. Mhm.
Um, I think the biggest thing to overcoming fear is education. The more knowledgeable you are, the more comfortable. It's not some way out there ideas, you don't look at it as, oh, I'm taking my money and I'm gambling. It's when you really sit down and educate yourself. And, even if you just want to sit in and listen to the weekly sessions that we have, you will, like I said, it's like going back to the times tables and getting, you'll eventually you'll pick up, and it won't seem like these foreign ideas that are so big and so grand. It'll become really simple, and you'll feel much more comfortable, much more relaxed, and you'll be okay with investing. And like, if you have to start small, start small. Get a feel for it. But the thing is to start. You have to start. And I would encourage, join the community, join our sessions that we have on a weekly basis. Do your own, educate yourself. If you hear Steve say a term and you're like, what is that? What is that term? Research the term, and just really familiarize yourself. And it doesn't take a lot of time, 15, 20
Yeah.
minutes, on your lunch break, it really, really will pay off. And to me, it's easier to do that than to say, okay, I'm going to pick up a double shift, because that gets exhausting. And at some
Yeah.
point, you're not going to, it's going to come to a point where you can't work enough to earn what you need to earn to be okay. So do little baby steps. We're gonna start with baby steps. Educate yourself, join our sessions, reach out to individual community members if you have questions or you need clarity. It's really, really just small little things that you can do that are gonna have a big impact on your life.
Wow. That's very true, my queen. Truly speaking, one thing that really glued me to this ecosystem is about the education. Because without education, you can never know anything. You know, uh, here in our country, there's a saying that says, for you to know your grandmother, you have to be told.
Yes.
So, for you to understand the Bullrun ecosystem, they have to teach
Right.
you about it. So
Right.
once you have knowledge, you're not driven by sentiments, you're not driven by
Right.
fear, by greed. Those things are not going to be on your doorsteps. Why? Because you have knowledge, you know where you're going, you
Mhm.
understand the fundamentals, the mechanism that are put in place that keeps your mind at peace. So
Yes.
just that alone, it glued me to this ecosystem. That's why I love to do more. I love to teach people about it. I'm so passionate about it because I've understood. I learned. It's not like I came here knowing. I didn't know for the
Right.
past 2 years. I didn't know. I came
Yes.
here. Also, he heard our king talking about big words that you're talking about. Yeah. Sometimes you need to research what is it all
Break it
about. And
down.
when it
Yes.
comes to King Steve, sometimes he can be, yeah, you use big words, those big
Yes.
words. You need a dictionary or you need to go and Google what he is meaning. But at the end of the day,
Mhm.
we need to understand that the more we get educated, the more our mother come here and educate us, the
Right.
more we are growing, especially
Yes.
on us, the more we are chasing away fear, the more we are chasing away greed. Because why? We understand where we are going. When you
Right.
understand where you're going, no matter it takes 7 years or 3 years, 5 years, knowing
Right.
that I will reach there, you're okay. more
Yes.
like somebody who has taken a journey to, let's say today I'm coming to New York, my queen. I know maybe it might take 7 8 hours for me. I'm not going to complain about that, because why? I know I'm going to reach the destiny,
Absolutely.
destination. The destination is the most important. No matter what you first through, the way, whatever comes between the
Right.
way, the destination is the one which is very important. So
Yes.
let's know our
Absolutely.
destinations. The moment
Mhm.
you know that, you are good to go. You don't have to panic. Don't have to,
Oh no,
yeah, yeah.
no,
Don't have.
no. And I
Oh
think that it's important for people to also know that as long as I've been with the community, I have never sold one single token out of any of the trio. And it's not because I didn't have like, oh my God, what's going on? No, it's because I know that this is a long-term investment. It's not to jump in and out like I'm jumping rope.
yeah.
You keep your
Mhm,
money there and you just watch it grow. And you're
mhm.
gonna have these little ups and downs, but you give it 5 years, give it 3 years, you're gonna see like, wow, it really did make an impact. And then on top of that, you're gonna have distributions. It's like, how can you go wrong? You really can't.
Yeah, you can say that again, my queen, because that's that. At the end of the day, we're coming back to our topic. That's patience. Patience is not seen when things are right. When everything is smooth. It's
Right.
not seen there. It seems
Mhm.
you see patience when things are upside down, when things are not flowing the way you want to flow. That's when we
Right.
exercise patience. That's when you are at that flavor whereby I'm not shaken because of what is happening right now. I
Right.
know the results. I'm okay. I'm gonna wait.
Yeah.
So that alone is so. Ooh, that brings me to a question that I want to ask you. How did you get to know our deaf?
Oh wow, like I said, I was interested in Shiba Inu, and I had a brother talk with me. My brother was into Bitcoin and everything else, and you know, I just started hearing about it a lot, and then it was like you get swept into an algorithm, and it was just like, okay, you search a video, and the next thing you know, all these other videos are popping up, and I started to see Steve, and he was just really simplifying, breaking down what it was, breaking down the ecosystem when they came out with Shiba Swap, explaining what that was, explaining what the pairs were when they developed their staking platform, and he just made it so simple. I'm like, I can do that. I had never done anything like that, but I was like, I can do that. It's I can figure that out, and just step by step him showing, and I'm like, wow, this is great. And like I said, going from that, like I caught Shiba as it was like 75% on this meteoric rise to the top, and then I said, okay, let me see what this Satama thing was. Like he had started that with, well, education for it, and I got in really early with Satama, and I'm like, wow, to get in that early and to see how you can have a few dollars multiply and explode. Never in my life had I experienced something like that, where you could take an investment and you see it grow that out of nowhere, grow that fast. And I'm like, wow. So when he said, I'm starting my own coin, I said, I'm in. And I wish I would have seen it a little sooner. I came in about 2 weeks after launch, but I already knew. I said, this is going to be a winner. If he follows that same pattern and this is his own baby, I know that this is really going to take off. And I need to be a part of that. That excitement, that trying to educate people and trying to build a community. I said, I have to be a part of that. And we're at the point where, it's like deja vu. I can see where when liquidity enters this market, we're going to take off. And I'm just happy.
Mhm.
I'm getting like a little kid. I'm like, I'm happy. I'm in position. I'm ready. I'm ready. And, now my thing is educating, helping others, growing the community while it's like this, just trying to get in our foundational people that really understand and know, and they're not in it for this in and out. And I think that people are coming around to seeing what a lot of these meme coins are about. Get rich quick. Our beloved president here with his tokens that have just, really ripped people off. And I think people are like, I've had enough of that get rich quick. I really want to put my money where my investment can grow. I don't want to, it can't be rich overnight. Everybody can't be rich overnight. But with this, you really can see where steady income is just gonna flow in, and we're gonna be able to benefit from that. And that's really, I'm really excited about this coming up. I think early 2026 we're really gonna have a fun ride.
We're going to sit pretty, my queen.
Absolutely,
We're going
sitting
to sit
pretty.
pretty. Yeah, that an experience. What an experience you had with our devs from the Saitama, from the Shiba Inu.
Oh,
He has been. One thing about him is somebody who's so passionate about teaching people, and he's not stingy when it comes to
yes.
teaching or knowledge. He
Mhm.
wants people to understand, and
Yes,
just that alone, it helps you to understand which kind of person are we under, and we understand that this kind of person is not here to take our money. No, 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 he's here to empower us. He's here to empower us so that we can empower others. So my queen, that was really, really amazing how you get to know him, how you came here today. So you had to answer three of the other questions that I wanted to ask you, but you answered them in one question, because really, really, truly speaking, we have a good deaf. We have good
absolutely.
deaf. Our mother, King Steve, these people are just amazing. They are just
Yes,
amazing, because they are people who are not stingy when it comes to knowledge.
yes,
They want to share the knowledge. They want to share. Same applies with you. You've been here. You've been through Bullrun. You told us that you were not, in Saitama you were early, and you couldn't believe how much you
yes,
made in such
yes,
short period of time. So
yes,
imagine what's gonna happen now. We are under Ethereum network, and Ethereum is taking over almost 70% in the industry of things are actually being built on Ethereum right now. So
yes.
imagine what's gonna happen. What's
Oh
gonna
my God,
happen next year?
it's gonna
Oh
be
my
amazing.
goodness, I'm telling you, I can't wait to sit pretty and look at my my wallet. So so this also bring me to a question, like, what do you think about the banning mechanism? Already we have banned 40% of BRL token. What do you
That
think about that
I think
mechanism?
that's great. I mean, it just shows how, it's it count it goes against everything that's happening now with inflation. It's to have an asset that really grows in value. It's decreasing the supply. While demand is increasing. That's only gonna in that basics of economics. It's gonna push the value of our ecosystem through the roof. And it's to have it built in, automatic. You don't think about it. It's just percentage
Mhm.
of the transaction is going to just, that's no longer a part of our supply. And that's, it's beneficial to those that hold. So
Exactly.
it's a perfect mechanism for, yes.
Yeah, and the good part is, you said, let me check something here. You said, as we bend, the supply is shrinking, right? I just wanted to
Yes.
check how many tokens are left actually on right now, to
Oh,
just
I haven't checked for a
you know
while. This is interesting.
let's check together. Don't worry.
Okay.
Let's do that
Okay.
together. Let's just do that together. So right now we have almost 162 coins left
Look at
in
you trying to
supply,
get into the picture.
and we have and we have already banned. almost 40%. And we have
Oh,
73% staked, my queen. Only
wow.
16% is not staked.
Whoa.
And this
Those are
73, it's almost maybe
amazing numbers.
75 because some of the people, yeah. Some of the people they did not stake yet. So maybe we are already 75% staked. And
Yes.
only 162,000 is actually unstaked.
Wow. That's those are great numbers. Great numbers.
Yeah, so oof, I'm telling you, this alone shows how this token is very valuable.
Yes. And how
This is
dedicated our people are we have all of these tokens staked, and they each
75%, my queen. Oh, that's
amazing
a lot.
number.
That tells a lot about, about
You
the
can't get
token.
75% of people to do anything, but we were able to get 75% of people to stake. That's
Ima-
awesome.
imagine.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, oh, that alone tells you a lot about the token. That alone, no, tells a lot. Imagine your child is coming back and telling you, "I got 80% on my last project that I
Yes.
did." That tells a lot about the child, right? Like, okay, you are
Yes.
doing very well. You are doing very well. So, ish, that alone, I'm telling you, already 40% has been banned. This banning
Right.
mechanism, they are not going to bring back this token. They are gone forever. They are not
Right.
coming back.
Right.
And remember, it's every buy and every sell.
Yes.
So which
Yes.
means we are keep on banning, and these tokens are not going to come back. So which means the scarcity is going to be created, and the
Yes.
scarcity is what we need when it comes to a token. The more
Yes.
it's scarce it is, the more deflationary it becomes.
Right. Yes. I
So
love
we are actually hyper deflationaries. Yeah. So, oof, my queen, that is something else. I'm telling you, it's something else. And just to round up from my own side, my queen, I just wanted to understand. You talked about two different projects that you've been from the previous Bullrun that you had with our King
Yes.
Steve. What's the difference between, or maybe can you compare the previous tokens
Um,
to the Bullrun ecosystem, the way the tokenomics and the mechanism are put in place with the Bullrun and the other tokens that you were part of? I'm not saying these are bad. I'm just wanting
right.
to compare this to. Mhm.
Okay. I will say that SHIB was a nice project. We didn't know the devs for that project. Um, to not know what the motives and where the project was going, and they started to build an ecosystem that became very convoluted, and they started to have characters that you could buy and land that you could buy, and it was just you couldn't really get a feel for where it was going, or how it was going to do, and it was like this big rush to nowhere, because if you look at the project now, exceptional growth, and then it just fell flat, and they've kind of just been flat. Satama, it was a meteoric rise, but there wasn't clear sight from the devs, and I don't think they knew exactly what to do with all of that success when it came. They didn't have measures in place. It was unorganized. And with our ecosystem, everything is it's laid out. It's very clear, it's very concise. There's no gimmick, there's no cartoon characters. It's fundamentals, and you can't go wrong with fundamentals. This is really
Okay.
built to last. And the other projects, I don't know what they were built for, I don't know what the motives were, but it didn't reach its full potential. It didn't reach it. Like I said, Satama, meteoric rise, and then they're not around anymore. Shiba Inu, meteoric rise, and then flatline. And I don't see that happening with us. Our token is deflationary. Our community is knowledgeable. Everyone kind of is coming in knowing with our staking platform, you're going to get USDC distributions. It's just so simply laid out, and we're just based on metrics that are it's gonna be successful. Um, I think that that's the biggest difference that I see here. It's like, he was like babysitting or caretaking for other people's babies, and now this is his ecosystem. This is his baby that he can grow and nurture, and we can build this real life community. He has his own family members.
Mhm.
He's bringing in people that are bringing in their family members. This is a really like a village that we're growing, and you can't go wrong with that. You really can. So I really feel good about this opportunity.
Yeah, you're right, my queen. Now that was really powerful because you said fundamentals you can never go wrong because fundamentals they're just like principles. When you have principles you can never go wrong because you have to follow that principle and you can't do anything outside the principle. So
Right.
that is really good. And the one thing that you said is growing his own he's growing his own community and he's growing his own family. It's like a
Yeah.
village that you're growing. And
Yes.
through that, we have people that have not me. I've never known there's Sakina before Bullrun, but now I know Sakina. Have Sakina when I get into New York. I'm like, oh my queen, where are you? Can we just meet up? Can we have a drink? Can
Absolutely.
because I know you now. We know
Yes.
each other, and it's family that you're building. It's family that you're
Yeah.
building, and that alone, you can never go wrong. You can never go wrong.
No,
You
not
can
at
never
all.
go wrong. Yeah.
Yes. And
So
I
that's
had
that's.
the people that I've helped, they still stay in contact. Hey, how's mom
Mhm,
doing? I know she
mhm,
wasn't
mhm,
doing well, and how are you
mhm.
doing? And it really it touches me because it's not just about investing.
Yeah,
This
yeah.
really is a family. We're really concerned about each other, and I really do appreciate when people reach out. It just it really it touches me, and it just goes to show that we are really just trying to build something for each other, for our futures, for our families. It's really good to be a part of this.
That's true. That's true. We are now family. You can say that again. We are now family, good family, and we are going to sit pretty together
Yes, yes, sitting
as we
pretty.
enjoy our money.
I
So
really
yeah,
think
my
that
queen. Yeah,
2026, we
yeah,
all
yeah.
gonna be pretty. Hmm.
Yes, my queen. So yeah, maybe you can, if you have still have anything to just round up. I'll have one more question to ask you later. I just want to hear from your side.
Just I think if anybody needs help, if they need to reach out, and I'm here. I Please steer them in my direction. I'd be more than willing to help if anyone needs it.
Okay, thank you so much, my queen. So now I want you to just have your final words of encouragement. What would you like to share with the Buran community today?
Ah, God, we've talked about so much. Uh, in this time of uncertainty, it's important that you get back to those fundamentals. You get back to the basics. You get back to you know really focusing on what's important and what you can do to make a difference. And this community, this ecosystem, this is what you can do to make a difference. It's like I said, simple to me. It's so simple because I've gone to the sessions and I've heard Steve, and I would just encourage people to just stay involved as much as you can. Keep yourself educated, ask questions. um, don't give in, don't get discouraged, don't get frustrated. Reach out to us, and if you have any concerns, if you eat the simplest thing, you may, oh, I don't want to ask that. I might, they might think I'm stupid, or they may, no, 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 ask. I want to see the community grow. I really want to see those around me thrive. That's what I think that we can all thrive, and I think that the time is now, and that we're getting ready to hit this transition, where we need to be positioned to be ready. That time is now. That door is slowly closing. So yeah, I think we're poised for success.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, you're right, my queen. The time is now. You said it. You said it all. The time is now. We need to position ourselves as as we are doing transition. Let's just position ourselves. And you talked about educating ourselves, and for on that, that will take me to just notify you, community, that tomorrow we have our King Steve on X Space. We also have our Wednesday sessions. We also have our King again on Thursday, YouTube. We also have him on Saturday sessions. So please, Friday we have the Queens. Sunday we have the Queens. So today we have the King SAKINA. So imagine just having such a community that have such knowledge. You cannot be deceived. You cannot be deceived. You cannot be told otherwise. So let's
Mhm.
stay tuned. Let's stay educated. Let's stay grounded in, especially when it comes to education about this ecosystem, so that you are not shaken by the waves. Waves, they do arise, right? But if you know the ground that you're seated on, you understand that the waves will go. We experience, in a lot of countries they have hurricanes, these big winds that comes, build fires and all that. But if you have a solid foundation, you understand that it's a season, it will pass, and my foundation is very solid. So let's build the foundation by learning, by educating ourselves. So don't be lazy on coming on these sessions, because you will come out different. You're not going to be the same person that you were before this session. So Queen SAKINA, it has been an honor from my side. Let me maybe go through the comment section, then maybe I'll come back to you for your closing remarks. If you have anything else that has been laid in your heart to just give it back to our community, please, you feel free to do so. So let me just run through our comment section. So we have our King Steve in the house. Thank you so much, King Steve, for blessing our session today. He's saying happy Sunday, Bullrun community. Today we are in for another inspiration session hosted by our Queen Deby, and a great speaker that has been with our community from the very beginning, Queen SAKINA. Yeah. Surely today we have been blessed. And thank you so much, King Steve, for honoring our session today. We honor you too also. I hope you're doing well. So we also have Queen Mother Caroline here in the house. Is saying greetings, community. I come early to get a front row seat. This session is going to be inspiring and very informative. Thank you, Queen Debbie and Queen Sakina. Thank you so much, Queen Mother, for such a beautiful, beautiful comment over there. I see you. You are in the front seat. I see you very close to me. We have Queen Kosi. Queen Kosi, she's saying, happy Sunday, Bullrun community. Greetings, Queen Debbie and Queen Sakina. Looking forward to a session of empowering and education. Thank you so much, Queen Kosi. Hope you've been inspired from what Queen Sakina and I has been sharing today. Queen Gloria is saying, I'm learning Queens. Thank you so much, Queen Gloria. We also have Queen Goleba in the house. She's also saying greetings community, greeting Queen Debbie and Sakina. Big up to you. Thank you so much, Queen Goleba. So we also have a beautiful, beautiful mom in the house, Queen Awina. She's also saying greetings to our amazing queens and kings enjoying this session. Thank you to our awesome queens, Sakina and Debbie, for educating and empowering the community. We love and appreciate you. Thank you so much, Mom. We appreciate you also for taking time to come and also listen to your own community members. That alone alone means a lot to us. It means that she also supports and hears us also. Thank you, ma'am. So also have our beautiful Queen, Queen Mirenia. She's saying greetings community, greetings back to you, my Queen. Also have Queen Spee where she's saying blessed Sunday, Queens. Blessed Sunday back to you, my Queen, Queen Beatrice. She's also saying, hello, community. Glad to be here to listen to the legendary herself. Oh, sure. She is a legendary. She has been here for long. We have our Queen Tabith. She's saying, greetings, community. Greetings back to you, Queen Tabith. We also have our Queen Tabith saying, she's also saying, the best ecosystem, hash Bullrun, a well-informed community. Surely we are well-informed, my Queen. She also said, thank you, Queen Deby, for commitment. Oh, thank you so much, my Queen, for even committing yourself coming here. we thank you for the commitment. She's also saying, grateful to be in this community. Oh, indeed, it's a blessing to be here. Queen Gloria is also saying, good to hear from you, Queen Sakina. Oh, we missed her. It's not easy to get to this Queen, but we missed her. It has been an amazing journey, truly, and even the session was really good. So, Queen Tabitha again, she's saying, many thanks to the Queen Sakina for making time to come and educate us. Indeed, it is an honor to have you on our platform. Queen Saki saying thank you too, Queen Saki. Queen Lady, she's saying greetings, community. Greetings back to you, Queens. How are you doing, Queen Lady? She's also saying thank you, Queen Sakina, for for sensitizing us once again. Thank you so much, my Queen. We also have Queen Gracious. Queen Jane, I think she's Queen Jane. Greetings. She's saying, great job, Queens. Financial freedom starts with staking. Indeed, my Queen. We have Queen Naledi also. Queen Naledi is saying, thank you, Queen Deby, for going all out for getting us enlightened. Thank you so much, my Queen. We also have Queen Barbara in the house. Okay. 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 Sorry for that, Queen. sorry for that. Okay. Okay. Thank you. Sorry. Something that was being told to us. So we have Queen Barbara. Queen Barbara, she's saying, hello, community. Hello, community. Thank you, Queen Deby and Queen Sakina, for today's session. It's always a pleasure. I'm benefiting something from this wonderful discussion. Thank you so much, Queen Barbara, for that. We also have Queen Golaba. Queen Golaba saying, beautiful session indeed with you, Queens. Oh, indeed they are. Thank you so much, my Queen, for attending also. We also have Queen Shinoga. She's saying, greetings, Queens. Thank you, Queen Sakina and Queen Deby, for taking your time to educate us. Indeed, thank you so much, Queen. We also have Queen Naleda again in the house. He's saying, great idea, my Queen, talking about opening wallets for our children. Indeed, you can never go wrong, my Queen. We also have our King in the house. He's saying, King Steve is saying, thank you, Queen Deby and Queen Sakina, for such an inspirational topic that's affecting us all. Blockchain indeed is a way to prepare for the future and for our financial independence. What an eye-opener. Thank you so much, King Steve, for just honoring us. It's a good thing to be seeing you out of the, I know you were busy, but you took your time to just come and listen to us. Thank you so much. We feel honored for such a beautiful, beautiful comment. Thank you so much. We also have our King Jane. He's saying, adoption, adapt and change your mindset and about money, fiat, good job, education from informing and inspiring, great ecosystem to be in. Thank you so much, my Queen, for such a beautiful Beautiful comment. So we have Queen Shayla. She's saying you have really opened my eyes, Queen Sakina and Queen Deby. Queen Sakina said we should be patient. That's an eye open that's open mind. Thank you so much, Queen. Thank you so much, my Queen, for such a beautiful comment. We also have Queen Lady in the house. She's saying, thank you very much, Queens, today's session, today's teachings. Thank you so much, my Queen, for also here. We also have Queen Spiwa. She's saying, thank you, Queens. We are learning a lot about BRL. Thank you so much for that, my Queen. I missed I missed some of the questions. Let me just go back here. La, 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 la. Today the session was big, and um we have so many. Okay, I see. Okay, how's yeah. So we have Queen Naledi. Queen Naledi saying, well, very well said, my queens. Thank you, Queen Naledi. Thank you. Today you're participating. Queen Virginia saying, hello, Queens. Very informative session. Thanks a lot. Thank you so much, Queen Virginia. Queen Lydia also saying, I like that sitting pretty. Of course, we're gonna sit pretty. We're gonna sit pretty. We're gonna sit pretty. This is really good. This is really good. Queen Beatrice, she's also saying, very amazing, Queens. Thank you, Queen Sakina, for taking your time to educate, inform, inspire, and motivate us on the importance of patience in crypto. Thank you so much, my Queen, for such a beautiful uh, comment. So Queen Jane is also saying, for you to know about your grandmother, you have to be told. Yeah, you need to be taught about it so that you know your grandmother. You just don't wake up and knowing this is your grandmother. So yeah. So we also have Pinaledi in the house. Oh, Pinaledi in the house. She's on fire. She's saying this ecosystem teaches us to work smart and build confidence as we wait patiently. Indeed, my queen, that's very true. We need to have patience as we also build our ecosystem. So we also have Queen Caroline, our beautiful mom. She's saying this was a great session. It was good seeing my friend Queen
Good
Sakina.
seeing you too. Good seeing you here with us. Thank you.
Yeah, great. She's saying, good job, my friend. Thank you, Queen Mom. That was really nice. We also have King Titus. He's saying, thanks for the encouragement though I come late, hope to review it. Thank you so much, King. I know you will. We have also Queen Beatrice. He's saying, thank you, Queens, for, I think I read this one. I read this one. Okay. Let me see. Mhm. Okay, we have Queen Louisa in the house. Say thank you, Queens, for educational and inspirational session. God bless you all on this promising crypto journey. Thank you so much, my Queen. We also have Queen Salome in the house. Is saying this is information. This information is very encouraging. We salute you, all Queens. Let's hold. Indeed, let's hold. We can only hold, my Queen. We also have Queen Netai in the house. She's saying, thank you, Queen Deby and Queen Sakina, for this informative, knowledgeable, and inspirational session. Thank you so much, Queen Netai. We also have Queen Salome. She's saying, okay, I read this one. Okay. We have Queen Latte. Queen Latte in the house is saying, thank you, our queens, for that educational session. We are actually favored to be having such educational sessions that open up our minds. Wow. Oh, beautiful comments out there. Beautiful comments out there. Ooh. Yeah. I think I'm going to ask you more questions. We talked about our dev. You have a lot of knowledge when it comes to our dev. So if I may ask, and for you to tell us more, a little bit more about him, since you've known him for such a long time. You know,
Mhm.
you in from the previous session that the previous project that you had with him. Tell us a
Right.
little bit about him. What kind of person is he? Just a little bit about him. What you understand about him, my queen. Let the community know what kind of person is he.
Um, well, I'll be honest with you. What drew me in is just his level of fundamental understanding of finance and economies, and you know, just his level of education. It made me feel comfortable because he was able to explain things in a way um, where I could understand, or I could take notes and then I could go back and listen again. Some of those videos I rewatched two, three times. And then I'm finally like, oh, okay, I get it now. I understand what he's trying to convey. Um, the most important thing was his level of honesty. With whatever the project was, he was extremely crystal clear as to what was going on, what the ecosystem was about, what the staking platform was about. It wasn't any surprise like, oh, okay, I put my money in, and he didn't say that was going to happen, and that happened. No, you're not going to get any of that. He's a very forthright person. In this industry, cryptocurrency has some very, I'm not even going to say bad actors, but they have people that are influenced for whatever reason to make you believe a situation is going to go one way or another. And I do not. He's probably one of the very few people in the space where what you see is what you get. Everything is not sugar coated. It's just it is what it is, and I feel comfortable investing with somebody that's honest like that. And anything that he's a part of, I would have no problem investing because I know that it's somebody that is going to be true to their word. And, and it's been many years. So this is not like somebody new, or many years in the space. And that's allowed me to feel very comfortable in investing in this project.
Okay, so what can you tell us about him as a person? Not just as a person, but as a developer right now of some tokens, as a developer of his own tokens. What can you tell us more about him?
As a dev, like I said, it's very few devs are. He's fully doxxed, so you basically know his background, his education, you know where he's coming from, and like I said, you don't really see that in the space a lot. He just comes across as someone that is really vested in education, really invested in his community understanding, and making the right decisions for themselves. I've seen him take information from news articles and stories and publications, and really just pull the information together so that we can understand it. Most of us don't come from those kinds of backgrounds, and just really just making it simple and clear for us so that we can kind of move with clarity. And like I said, that's a rarity in this space, that you would have somebody take the time to dedicate themselves to educating their community. These are things that if you went to you would be paying you know for college credits to learn the basics that he's teaching us. Like it's really that amazing that he would really go out on a limb, and just he doesn't have to do that. He can he could have one session a month. You figure it out on your own, and this is what it is. And no, you have someone here that's really vested in the community. And as a developer, you don't see that. A lot of times with developers, they're very isolated, they're very into the project, they're very to themselves, and then they have mouthpieces that go online and push the token without really having a full understanding. These are people that are paid to, give spin on something, and it's not him. It's this, what he does is a lot of work. It's a lot of hard work that he really, he's not obligated to do, and he does it on such a consistent basis. That is amazing.
Wow, that's really true, my queen. We don't see such developers actually out there. At the end of the day, we appreciate the one that we have in the house right now, and that's giving us a reason why to also follow him. And that also gives me a question to ask you: why have you been following him for such a long time until today?
uh Being comfortable. I mean, we're in a world right now where you have a lot of just unscrupulous people taking advantage of people, squeezing people for whatever they can get out of them. And it's really, it can be discouraging. And then when you have somebody like Steve, why would I not follow somebody that is, first off, so positive in a space that can be so manipulative? Um, it's really just, it speaks to the core of who I am and the type of person that I am. Um, in the fields that I've chosen to go into nursing and to be helpful, and to be a good nurse. And when you have that type of energy, you attract and want to be around other people that have that same type of energy. And he just really is a good person. And, he wants to see good things happen for us. Why would I not want to stay in this community? Why would I not want to see it flourish?
Wow. Yeah, that's really amazing, my queen. How you end up being such a community where we have a deaf who's like our own. We don't
Yes.
see this anyway. We don't see this anyway. Uh, Especially nowadays. You
Yes.
know, we don't see them anyway. Actually,
No,
so I don't know
nowhere.
if you wanna. Yeah, 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 yeah. If you have any other other things that you want our community to understand more about our developers, maybe both of them, Mom Awino and Steve, what kind of person they are. Maybe if you have anything just to share with the community, please go ahead.
I would just say they are just, it's like family. It really, this has become an environment of family. And right now, this is it's what's needed, um, in times of just such uncertainty. And, you know just, you can almost see it before your eyes, the landscape of the economy changing. And then it's like, where are we going to fit in? How are we going to be okay? And it's like they're kind of just holding your hand and guiding you and explaining things to you, and it's going to be okay. We're going to be not only okay, we're going to be great. And it's good to have that. It's like a light at the end of a tunnel. Like, I see a way out. I see where we can be prosperous. I see where things are going to be okay. And it's just having two people that really are just guiding you and, pointing you in the right direction, opening doors of understanding. And, it's just, there's no other community where you could have this level of interaction with the devs. Like, really just them answering basic stuff. There is no other community. And I've, been a part and looked at, and there's nobody that's going to sit down and basically hold your hand through the process and get you to to alleviate your anxiety about what's happening. And well, we thought the bull run was going to start in November and it's already December. What's going on? And they explain and they guide, and it's just like, okay. And it's, them instilling in you, like, this is how cycles move, and we got to be patient, and things are going to turn around, and you know just making us feel comfortable. They're just stewards in this space, and it's good to have two people like that, and especially in certain times, especially with new investors that haven't been through a cycle before. It's a really, comfortable space, like being at home. And you can't say that about any other cryptocurrency ecosystem that's out there. It's really a cutthroat, can be cutthroat industry, and I've just seen a lot of people taken advantage of. And I, you know, wouldn't want to be anywhere else than with this family that we have.
Wow. Thank you so much, Queen, for just giving us knowledge more about our dev. You have been with him for such a long time. And, for a person like you to just hold on and being with the same person for such, I think it's almost 7 years, if I'm not
Well,
mistaken.
well,
Uh, so it means a lot. It means a lot. It means a lot. And to share with the community about it, it's really something. Because some of us, or some of the people who are here, they're very, very new and they don't understand more about our devs, most of them actually. So for us having such a woman who have such knowledge about crypto and who really wants to share with us about it, and not just that, to talk about the person that are following, we are following, who is leading us, it's such an amazing, amazing opportunity, my queen. So without much, I'm not going to take much from what you said and everything. So I just want you to tell us what you want the community to understand or to know about, to have knowledge about the ecosystem or the whole crypto market as it is right now. And what would you want to just give it to them as something that from your own understanding of the crypto journey you have been.
right.
We want you to tell us more about what would you want the community to understand or to know, especially using your own understanding or the knowledge that you have in this industry.
What I see right now is that we're turning a corner. Institutional money is going to be flowing in. Right now, I think we're at an all-time high with the amount that's invested in stable coins. I think it's like $300 billion. It's like an all-time high, and that's money that's just sitting in the chamber, ready to be released into various ecosystems. So right now is like I said, the door is closing, the window of opportunity is closing as far as getting in early, and we're in early. And I would just say that the patience is the price of admission. Got to be patient, and being poised is what's going to allow you to benefit from this cycle. Just knowing to just ride it out, and that when things do start to take off, that you have a plan. And my plan is to keep my money invested in the ecosystem, and to just wait for those returns to come in, those USDC distribute. That's the plan, and I'm going to stick to it. So I encourage those that can follow suit, and I think that will really be, like I said, sitting pretty.
We all gonna sit pretty and enjoy our
Yes.
monies, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So yeah, that's it, my queen. I don't know if you still have anything from our topic that you still want to share before we just round up.
Oh no, I think we touched all the bases. If anybody has any questions, or But I
Yeah.
think we covered a lot.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, let me see if we have questions on the on our comment section. But for now, we don't have any questions. So those who are here for the first time, I would love you to subscribe to our YouTube channel so that you don't miss such beautiful sessions. Just subscribe, hit on the notification box. Also, please, as you all know, we have a beautiful guest. If you have a question, please drop it down. Drop it down in our comment section so that we are able to also ask our beautiful, beautiful queen here in our session. So, Queen, I just want you to just give us your closing remarks as we just round up. If you want to just encourage, if you want to anything that you want the community to just know as you leave, please, you're welcome.
I think that just, hang in there. I mean, as women, we have a lot on our plates, and we're expected to do so much. But I think that this is one thing that we can do that can the help everyone. If we can be that backup. Things get rough. We don't have to kill ourselves and struggle. Just this is a really good venue to be able to invest and actually see a return on that investment. And I think everyone should take that opportunity, really take the opportunity if you can, to really invest and change your futures. Mm-hmm.
Wow. Yeah, indeed. If you want to change your future, the best way you can do it right now, she said it in the beginning of this video. She said the only industry that is left right now for the ordinary people to make money is only this one, which
Yeah.
is the crypto industry. So she's saying when you really want to change your future, please take action now and take position. So I'm going to read from King George. He's saying very inspiring information, Queen Sakina. We are so blessed to have you in our community. Indeed,
Thank you.
indeed, indeed. It's a blessing. This is not going to be the first and the last time you see her. I will invite her again. When she finds time, I'll
Yeah,
schedule
with you
another
guys.
meeting with her. Yes, my queen. So from my side, Queen Sakina, I just want to take this opportunity to thank you so much from the entire family,
Thank you.
Bullrun family. We want to thank you.
Thank you
Thank you
for
so
having
much for
me.
coming on. Yeah, thank you so much. It's an honor to share stage with you, and it's indeed I'm honored to have you on my YouTube channel. You
Thank
came when
you.
I needed you the most, and you did justice to the community. So thank you so much for giving us such a beautiful, beautiful treat today. So community, from my side, Deborah Frank, I'm signing out. Thank you so much for coming today. Those who haven't
Thank
subscribed,
you.
please go ahead subscribe.
Please.
Let's not forget tomorrow it's a Monday. Tomorrow it's a Monday. We also have a session with our King Steve on X Space. Don't miss out because, as Queen Sakina said, you need to be educated to pull away fear from you. So please stay tuned until we meet again, maybe on Wednesday. Stay tuned. Until then, it's a bye bye from now.
Hi.